right around. Feel that through your thoracic spine.
It's a fresh spring morning on the Curragh, and some of these women are meeting each other for the first time. They're practicing Nordic Walking, and what they have in common is their experience of cancer.
We only got together now about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and some are over treatment 10 years, some are actually going through chemo, and most of us would have, 2 to 6 months for finished treatment. I myself have finished treatment 6 months.
It's been a tough year.
It has been a tough year, yeah.
When did you find out, or when did you have your diagnosis?
I had my diagnosis last March, and I had 2 surgeries in April. The first one wasn't successful, so I had to have the full mastectomy and all my lymph nodes removed, and I did chemo then on May to the end of August. While I was going through all of that, I was really very much on top of it, felt very, I was dealing with this. The last few months I feel, I think it's all the busyness of all the hospital appointments. You kind of miss that. You miss the contact with the nurses, the reassurance, and you're kind of on your own now, and you're only going back to oncology maybe once every 4 to 5 months. So you feel a little bit isolated. So for me this group is great because we all can get to share our stories, and encourage and help each other.
So it's your first day. Tell me what that feels like.
Well, it's like anything new. It's a bit daunting at the beginning, and I didn't know the girls and I didn't know Kathleen, so it was a little bit scary, but I had the stuff, so I said, you know what, it never hurts to try something new. I finished my treatment for breast cancer. I had surgery in June. I had 4 sessions of chemotherapy that went on from July until the middle of October, and then after that I had 33 sessions of radiotherapy. I feel like I found medically, but getting out and doing physical exercise, swimming, aerobics, doing different things like this, and I think that's I'm finally at that stage. It took me a while to get to it, because everything was about the medicine and the treatment and everything, so it's good to be here today.
Besides the exercise itself, the keeping the mobility going and everything else, it's the camaraderie as well of meeting up, because it's been a while since I've been around other women. I know other girls who survived, but to meet other women at different stages, and it's a reminder of, wow, I'm still standing nearly 10 years later, and that matters hugely to me. And to meet other people and to be able to say, you'll be fine, keep it up, do this, do that, and swap hints about how to keep flexible and keep healthy and minding yourself, which is not a thing we do naturally.
Well, I was just diagnosed with breast cancer last December, so I'm currently going through chemotherapy. But when I was looking on Facebook there a couple of weeks ago, I discovered Kathleen's Facebook page, and I sent her a message inquiring about the Nordic Walking when it was on and how to get there. So she gave me a call back. We just chat away and we just get on with it, and we get the exercise in that we need to do each day.
And just one stretch behind you. Bring the arms back just as far as it's comfortable.
There's 3,000 new cases of breast cancer in Ireland every year, and all the research at the moment points to the fact that exercising regularly, moderate, regular exercise can hugely increases your chances of survival. Following breast cancer surgery, women tend to protect their shoulder, not want to move their shoulder, and following that then comes pain and stiffness, and that can affect your upper body posture as well. So by Nordic Walking, without even really realising it, when you're planting that pole and pushing through it, you're strengthening the muscles and gaining extra movement in your shoulder as well. And even if you don't have reduced movement, it's maintaining the movement, because the reduced movement doesn't happen immediately afterwards. It can happen over a period of months.
In May 2010 I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I went and I had my chemotherapy first to shrink the tumour because it was about 5 inches, and then I went and had the operation and I got all my glands out, and then I had to go on for further radiotherapy on it. I didn't talk too much about it, really, only had close friends and all. And now when you meet people and it's nice to talk and you feel a bit better in yourself, you're not the only one out there.
I was diagnosed in 2000, Christmas 2000, just before Christmas 2000. So that's over 13 years ago. So I'm a long-term survivor, thankfully. Very worrying at the time because I had 3 children who were very young. The eldest was just in secondary school, and the two youngest ones were in primary school. So I prayed, I did said a prayer to God to give me 10 years at least to get them as far as university. So he's been more than generous. So I'm very relieved to be here. No matter how much you tell somebody about your position, somebody who hasn't had cancer, I don't think they can ever fully understand what it's like to go through it. But when you're with this group here, you know that they know exactly what you're talking about, and you understand where they're coming from as well. So I think it's very helpful. It's kind of therapeutic, definitely.
It's purely for people who've been through breast cancer or who are going through breast cancer at the moment. You know, it's a lot of fun. These ladies come every Wednesday morning, we have a good chat, we get around the Curragh. People talk about their treatment sometimes, they don't talk